to see my screen now? Teen, Apple?
Yep, positive.
All right, that's great. So unang-una sa lahat, magandang umaga po if you're in the Philippines. Good morning to everyone and good day if you're somewhere else. Thank you so much to Gateway to Canada, who is a good partner of Vancouver Community College, for organizing this webinar for us. We appreciate it. Thank you, Apple, and thank you, team. So everyone, my name is Rona, and I'm the official representative or in-country manager of VCC here in the Philippines. For this presentation, I'm basically going to introduce who Vancouver Community College is, the different study options at VCC for international students, specifically among Filipino international students, how we support you in your study journey in Canada, and of course, I'll also briefly tackle about the career prospect in British Columbia province at the moment, because I'm sure many of you are hesitant to study abroad because of the ongoing pandemic. But let me tell you otherwise. It's actually a great time to study in Canada at this point. All right. So let me start my presentation. VCC, guys, is one of the largest and oldest public colleges in the province of British Columbia. Set up in 1965, more than 50 years, we've been providing high-quality education both to domestic and Canadians and international students. Popular kami as a career college, which means VCC's priority is the students' employment and career training. We want to make sure that you will be job ready and that you will succeed in your careers and occupations in the future. Some numbers are shown on my screen. 94% of our graduates are happy with their education, which means they're able to achieve their educational goal because, of studying at VCC. VCC has been instrumental in achieving that goal. Our average class size is small, that's 21. And maganda yan kasi mabibigyan kayo ng individualized attention. And I want to mention this as early as now, ang job referrals kasi sa VCC, and I would suppose in many other institutions, are created because of strong ties or connections. With this small class size, you get to develop rapport or good relationship with your instructors and classmates who end up who become your top sources of jobs when you start looking for one. Employment rate, isa si VCC sa may pinakamataas sa province. That's an average of 90%. In fact, programs like hospitality has 92%. May programs din kaming merong 100%, such as Canadian Business Management, Network Technology, Baking and Pastry, and CAD and BIM drafting. So that's very good to consider when choosing a school because that determines or gives you an indication kung kumusta ang chance mo makapaghanap ng work after you complete the program with that school. And at VCC, that tells you that you will have higher chances of securing a job if you complete your studies and program with us. Scholarships, we have many scholarships and bursaries available, but just to manage expectations as early as now, wala po kaming entrance scholarships. The scholarships become available when students are enrolled and they need to apply to determine qualification. Okay, so nasaan ba si Vancouver? We're located, of course, in British Columbia province. That's on the western coast of Canada, facing the Pacific Ocean. And there are lots of benefits to choose why you should choose Vancouver as a study location. So ang daming Filipinos sa Metro Vancouver area. There are around 2.5 million people there, 200,000 of whom are of Filipino descent or mga Filipinos. Madaling makahanap ng kapwa kababayan. Very mild ang temperature sa Vancouver. It has the mildest across the country. And as we all know, si Vancouver has always been considered as one of the most livable and beautiful cities in the world. It's a great place for students to study, work, and live. There was a recent study conducted that was last May, and according to that research, Vancouver is the best place in Canada to work for people below 30 years old. So imagine, guys, sa lahat ng cities, places in Canada, #1 si Vancouver as the best place for work for young people. And there were fundamentals considered why Vancouver ranks 1. Unang-una dyan, of course, is nandun yung job opportunities. Vancouver is like Manila of the Philippines. Yun yung CBD, nandoon yung business activities, yung job opportunities. Kinonsider din yung inclusivity, diversity, livability, quality of life, and many others. But the message is, number one, ang Vancouver for work, for young people. That's our downtown campus, proximate to our Broadway campus. Napaka-convenient located sila in the heart of Vancouver. Some students can just walk, bike, or take the public transport. Very proximate siya sa mga commercial establishments, restaurants, shops, and of course, the Skyway train, the public transport areas. This is our downtown campus. This is our Broadway campus. Now, career outlook tayo sa British Columbia. For those who are hesitating to study in Canada, particularly in BC or in Vancouver at this point, do not be discouraged and do not hesitate. Ang figure na ito galing mismo sa provincial government's website. And according to this figure, in the next 8 years, there will be a lot of jobs na makikreate, all right? Around 600,000 jobs will be created because a lot of people will retire or are expected to retire, and itong 600,000 na ito are expected to replace those retirees, all right? While the remaining 263,000 jobs will be created as a result of economic growth. So even if there is a pandemic, probably resulting to an economic recession, which is unlikely kasi holding up better ngayon si British Columbia, very good siya sa pag-manage ng COVID-19, still, there will be jobs available for you, international students. Also taken from the provincial government's website, showing on the left are the top 10 most in-demand trade occupation in BC, and nangunguna dyan yung mga cooks related sa culinary arts program namin, which is very popular among Filipinos, yung related sa transportation trade. Cosmetology, kami lang ang school na nag-offer ng cosmetology, which combines hairstyle and aesthetics sa Metro Vancouver area. With that, kahit guys na, let's say, your highest educational attainment is grade 10, or kung mature student, 4th year high school, pwede kayong mag-apply sa hairstyle namin, program namin. And so as with the culinary. Also, bakers, rank 10th. Ito ay nag-a-accept na rin ng grade 10 or 4th year high school graduates. Let's say your program of interest is business, technology, hospitality, or more on, let's say, professional type of job, not the skill-based ones. Still, ang dami pa ring jobs na mag-create, as you can see on the table dito sa right. So there are many VCC programs that lead to high demand occupations in Canada. Minimum wage. So great news, annually tumataas ang minimum wage per hour sa British Columbia. In fact, just increased last June 1st to $15.2 per hour. So that's one of the highest, I think the highest right now across the country. So for those who are planning to work, Apple mentioned a while ago that becoming an international student has its privileges. Pwede kang mag-work up to 20 hours per week and up to 40 hours or full-time naman kapag term break. All right? So you can definitely work part-time while studying, especially if you want to have an additional source of income to help finance your studies. Unemployment rate, isa si BC sa may pinakamababa pre-pandemic. It picked up during the pandemic around 11.2%, but because of the very good recovery plan of the province and the declining cases of COVID-19, it has been gradually declining, right? So at last May, the unemployment rate stood at 7.0%, and yung employment rate, isa rin si VCC sa may pinaka-mataas across the country, that's 60.5%. We go to the study options for international students. We have many program options for you, around 50 programs offering credentials such as bachelor's degree, post-degree diplomas, yung gusto mag-upgrade ng mga college degrees nila, diploma, dual certificate, and advanced certificate. What I'm gonna do right now, guys, is i-highlight ko po yung programs na very popular among Filipino international students. These are very popular. We really saw a significant increase. Lots of applications in a month. Oh, it's very overwhelming, more than 30 offers per month. So let me highlight which these programs are, and probably these programs may also attract your interest. So ano ba ito? On top of that are our business and management programs. So meron kami guys na dalawang post-degree diploma programs, which means pwede mong i-upgrade ang college credential mo on business and management. These are business and project management and Canadian business management. Pareho siya, walang IELTS. You just need to submit a certification that English is the medium of instruction. Kindly just go over the details as regards the credential. How much is the tuition fee for the whole program duration, or let's say 2 years? And yung expected annual median salary mo. Kapag natapos mo ang program and you start looking for work, how much can you expect? All right, so it's shown on my screen. Si Canadian Business Management has a co-op component, 420 hours, and it has 100% employment rate based on the result of the studies that we conducted. So this one, nag-accept pa kami ng applications for winter, while BPMP, which is very popular, close na siya for winter or January. Summer na lang ito or May. All right? So the other one is hospitality management. Ito, meron siyang IELTS or English requirement. We accept IELTS academic or Duolingo, yung ayaw mag-IELTS. This program may have an IELTS requirement or English requirement, but it is very popular among Filipinos. We're seeing many applications to the program, and we believe it's because Vancouver is a top tourist destination, di ba? Ang daming jobs available sa hospitality, tourism, and hotel industries. So ang dami talagang jobs na pwedeng ma-applyan ng student. Twice a year, ginagather namin yung mga industry leaders in those sectors like Marriott, Fairmont, Shangri-La to meet our students so that in that avenue, that our students find jobs or get hired. We're voted as the best place in the city to train for work in the hospitality industry. So modesty aside, if you're interested in hospitality, we're the best hospitality school in Metro Vancouver area. We go to our technology programs. So I'm very excited to talk about technology programs because Vancouver is named as the top city in North America for tech job growth. Daig pa ng Vancouver, we surpassed Los Angeles, New York, Seattle, Silicon Valley pagdating sa dami ng jobs na nakikreate sa technology sector. And that's great. You know why? Because that tells you na if you take a technology-related program, napakataas or napaka-bright ng career prospect mo. Kasi vibrant ang industry na yan sa Vancouver. So we have Network Technology Admin Security. It's a post-degree diploma, perfect for upgrading your college degree. Walang IELTS. Sa mga walang IELTS, just submit a certification that English is the medium of instruction. And as you can see, the salary, the projected salary is very lucrative, especially if you become a computer and information system manager. It's around 94,000 Canadian dollars per year. All right. This program, guys, 2 years ito, and wala kaming required discipline. Halimbawa, nag-graduate ka sa college, hindi technology or computer related, pwede ka pa rin mag-apply sa program ito. Unlike this program, yung network security, wala rin siyang IELTS. 1 year siya. It's our most affordable program kasi advanced certificate na siya, guys. So, advanced certificate na siya. Therefore, nag-require siya ng background sa technology or computer, either in your education or work experience. All right? And of course, yung mga gusto maging programmers, we have computer systems technology. The details are there. Can you just go over? CAD and BIM. So this one is a very interesting program. We're the only school in Canada offering steel construction modeling. That's why a lot of employers across the country would fly to Vancouver just to hire our CAD and BIM graduates. Si CAD and BIM po, it basically, for those who have background in, let's say, architecture, engineering, this is the best program for you. Kung mahilig ka sa pag-create ng mga technical drawings using advanced softwares, this is the best program. May 100% employment rate siya. All right? Lalo na yung mga kumuha ng steel modeling specialty. We go to our very popular programs. Hindi ko na siya elaborate kasi, for example, si baking and pastry, super popular or competitive. On the first or second day of application, puno agad ang seats nito. Si culinary arts, ino-offer siya si baking po during for winter and fall. So ang next intake namin, September 2022. Si culinary arts, competitive rin, but the good thing is, continuous ang intake niya. So there are seats available. If you recall, ranked first ang cooks sa most in-demand trade occupation sa BC. But just to let you know, may mga nagtitake ng culinary arts namin and they end up setting up their own, let's say, restaurants or business. They just wanted to really upgrade their culinary skills sa BCC. We are the largest baking and culinary school in Western Canada. That's why we're very popular pagdating sa baking and culinary. And we're the best, also, once again, modesty aside, we're voted as the best professional culinary school last year. Also, we have early childhood care and education, growing number of combining education and care service. Ito yung program namin na very heavy sa work practicum. There are a total of 7 practicum or internships. And ang kinagandahan, guys, sa early childhood care, there are 6 terms, good for 2 years. You just complete the first term and you work part-time as an early childhood care assistant. All right? You work part-time as ECCE assistant while continuing the rest of the terms, and until you complete, take the exam and you become licensed. So this one is very interesting. We require reference checks from 2 of your contacts who can vouch on your eligibility to take this program. So kapag nag-apply po kayo. In case wala doon yung program of interest ninyo sa mga na-present ko, just to let you know, we have many other program options. Marketing Technology Diploma, Accounting, Automotive Collision, Automotive Service Technology, Electronics Repair, Cosmetology. This one is really in demand, yung mga hairstylists and estheticians sa Vancouver, and it's so easy to make good amount of money with this program after you complete either getting a certificate or completing the 2 years and getting a diploma. We have music and dance, fashion design and production, first year university transfer, graphic design, which is very competitive, virtual reality and augmented reality design in partnership with Vancouver Film School. And kung ang interest nyo is short term, pero PGWP eligible, we have administrative professional and medical transcriptionist. Both good for 8 months. Eligible kayo to apply for PGWP up to 8 months also. Ang kinagadahan po sa programs ng VCC, very reasonable ang admission requirements. In fact, 3 lang ang post-degree diploma programs namin, yung na-present kong business at saka yung isang network. The rest, diploma programs, and we just require grade 2 of graduation or ang equivalent niya sa mature students completing a 2-year post-secondary, let's say, schoolings, like say a diploma program or 2-year completing up to 2nd year college. English requirements, karamihan sa mga programs ng VCC, merong English requirement, but just to reiterate, may 4 kaming programs na walang English requirement. Submit lang po kayo ng certification that English is the medium of instruction. These are Business and Project Management, Canadian Business Management, Network Technology, Security and Administration, and Network Security Advanced Certificate. We temporarily accept Duolingo. Kung ayaw nyo mag-IELTS, we are accepting Duolingo, which according to students is the easiest online English exam and very affordable. $49 lang, 1 hour exam, available ang result in 2 days. And if you're not fortunate sa first attempt mo, pwede kang mag-try ulit twice a month. So Duolingo is a very good option also to apply sa VCC. Tentative yung acceptance nito until summer or spring 2022. We will confirm i-accept pa namin ang Duolingo come fall 2022. Therefore, habang ina-accept pa siya, perfect to apply as soon as possible. Fees, so I indicated there the range of the tuition fees per program. Per credentials, kindly just go over them. Halimbawa, kung interest nyo ay post-degree diploma, the tuition fee is around, between 35 to 37,000 Canadian dollars. May application fee kami na 145. It's non-refundable. You have to pay this kapag kompleto na ang application requirements niyo so that sure talaga na makakakuha ng offer and of course qualified. Accommodation, if you don't have relatives in Vancouver, we have this homestay arrangement. You have your own room, access common facilities, laundry, phone, and you have 3 meals per day. That's the rate per month. And kapag naging international student ka, you have to get the PC Medical Services Plan or insurance, that's $75 per month, effective on the 3rd month upon application. So habang naghihintay ka on the first 3 months, kuha ka ng private coverage. You can get your own or VCC can help you. I'm showing this just to, give you an idea on how much is the money you are expected to prepare. COVID-19 updates very quickly. Ito guys, yung summary ng COVID cases sa Canada at the moment, 10% of the total cases is nasa BC. It's been, BC is doing really fine lately. Pababa ang cases and napakataas ng percentage rate ng vaccination. There's a plan na ngayong darating na September, babalik na sa face-to-face learning, subject pa rin sa development ng pandemic. And there was a recent announcement na yung mga mag-aaral sa Canada, yung mag-travel, kung fully vaccinated na kayo, no need to undergo a quarantine and the test, provided na yung na-vaccinate or na-inoculate sa inyo is accepted by Canada. These are Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, and AstraZeneca. These are some examples of our online learning kasi right now mostly online kami. And bakit VCC? So let me just quickly explain. Why should you choose us? We made a study trying to figure out why students are choosing VCC for their study in Canada. These reasons emerge. On top of that, proud kami na accredited DLI ang VCC. Lahat ng programs namin na at least 8 months ang duration, eligible for PGWP. But we encourage you to take a 2-year program para makapag-eligible kayo up to 3 years, which is really good. Napakataas ng employment rate namin, average of 90%, one of the highest in the province. Our jobs are very in demand. So guys, public college kami, funded by the government. It's our job to produce the skills needed by the society. That's why highly employable and in demand ang graduates sa VCC. We're very popular sa Metro Vancouver area if you have relatives or friends in that location. We're located in Vancouver, and I already mentioned the cost of living may be high, but living there, studying there comes with a price because the city really is great. I mean, high quality of life. As I said, voted siya as the best place for work among the youth, and it's just a perfect place for you guys to study, live, and work. We have the reputation, so award-winning ang programs ng VCC, ang instructors, and also our students. As shown on the picture, we have the connection. So 80% of our students are domestic or Canadians, and that's very beneficial sa mga students namin kasi job referrals are created because of strong ties or connections, particularly with the local, many of whom are VCC alumni. And we offer practical education. What do I mean by that? May sarili kaming restaurant, salon, bistro, coffee shop, dental clinic, cafeteria, auto shop, many others. Lahat yan run and managed by our students. That's where they gain real Canadian work experience. So habang nag-aaral pa lang kayo na, very well trained na kayo on how to really succeed and thrive in that particular industry. We offer many support and services. We offer free counseling and free tutorial. We also help you package your application documents kapag mag-a-apply na kayo ng work so that you'll stand out with your employer. Next steps, I wouldn't discuss this anymore. Just speak with Apple and Teen about studying or applying at VCC because they are an accredited partner of VCC. They will be able to help you secure a letter of offer from us. Pero sasabihin ko lang na bago kayo mag-apply, tingnan nyo muna yung application or availability page kasi mabilis mapuno yung programs namin. Apply lang kayo kung nag-a-accept pa siya ng application para hindi masayang yung application fee. We have many testimonials. 2 of that from Filipino international students, si Emmanuel, taking graphic design, and he really enjoyed his online class in the Philippines. Nag-travel na siya sa Canada 2 weeks ago. Si Cheska naman, enrolled sa culinary, and she's really happy because every day she feels like she's getting closer to her dream of becoming a chef, and that's making the right choice. That's choosing us, VCC. We're on social media. If you want to learn more and find out more about what our students have been up to and get some updates. And this is my official email address for those who have questions. And to finish it off very quickly, guys, if you're looking for a college na highly employable ang programs, mataas ang employment rate, and a college, of course, that will enable you to work in Canada after program completion, that's Vancouver Community College. So thank you so much, everyone, for your attention. I'll hand it over to you, Teen and Apple.
Okay, thank you, Miss Rana, for your presentation. So right now, let's move forward na po sa ating question and answer portion. So sa lahat po ng ating viewers from our Facebook Live and sa our attendees for today, you may enter your questions po sa ating Q&A box para at least ma-address po natin siya. Okay. First question, what if naka-apply na po ako ng school at may letter of acceptance na po ako sa college? Pwede pa rin po ba ako mag-avail ng service nyo? May bawas po ba sa fees? Okay. If may letter of acceptance na po kayo, first off, you'll need to ensure or i-check nyo po kung yung school na papasukan nyo is PGWP eligible school. Kasi kung hindi po, you have to ensure na dapat magkaroon po kayo ng employer immediately right after nung study nyo para ma-convert natin or makapag-apply kayo for your visa po. Para at least magkaroon kayo ng valid stay. Since yung school na napili nyo is hindi siya PGWP eligible school. Pero kung yung school na napili is PGWP eligible school, so wala po tayong magiging problem dito kasi continuous yung ating pag-apply for the PGWP to work full-time. And then regarding sa fee ng sa service po namin, all-in na po or package na po yung assistance from admission to visa application. Mamimili na lang po kayo ng two packages from us, either study visa only assistance or up to PR assistance. So for study visa, hanggang study visa lang talaga yung assistance. So meaning once landed sa Canada, end of contract na po tayo. And then for the up to PR assistance, meaning we can assist you kahit nasa Canada na po kayo, continuous yung ating communication. So we can guide you para doon sa inyong PR. Next concern, may sponsor po ako and may funds po account niya. Need ko din po magpakita ng pocket money under sa bank account ko po. If so, mga how much po kaya? Okay, I'll just need to correct or make it clear na yung sa pocket money natin or yung show money na mas kilala, that is the financial requirement. So meaning, yung funds is dapat readily available dapat siya. Kasi of course, financial requirement consist of yung sa one-year tuition fee, which is sabihin natin na magre-range siya ng 16,000 to 17,000 Canadian dollars depending on the school and dun sa program, plus yung living expenses for the 1 year. So for the student, that would be 10,000 Canadian dollars. And then kung may kasama kang spouse, that would be additional of 4,000 Canadian dollars for the 1 year. And then kung may kasamang kids, that would be 3,000 Canadian dollars each kid. So yung kung may magi-sponsor po sa inyo, mas maganda pa rin na mapakita natin na of course na may funds pa rin yung sa principal applicant, and then ma-establish natin na yung magsusupport sa iyo is financially capable doon sa or mag-support sa iyo financially all throughout ng sa studies mo. Okay, next question. Papasok po sana ako sa college January 10 and certificate po yung course ko. So 1 year lang po siya. Pero may expire po ang passport ko August 2022. Need ko po ba magpa-renew ng passport bago ako mag-apply for visa and biometrics? Okay. First off, before tayo mag-launch ng any visa application, I highly suggest to ensure na yung passport natin is valid all throughout ng program duration niyo po. Or much better na at least valid yung passport simula nung sa pag-stay nyo nung sa studies hanggang sa up to PGWP nyo po para at least hindi na tayo magka-problema in applying or reapplying for extension. So mas maganda valid na yung passport sa whole duration ng stay sa Canada. Kapag po student ako sa Canada, pwede na po ako mag-apply for work even without work permit para makagraduate. Para pag-graduate ay diretso skilled work agad. Okay, so for international student, please be reminded na you only have 20 hours per week to work part-time. So pag hanggang 20 hours per week lang and then makakapag-work lang kayo for full-time kung official term break nung sa school po. And then right after ng program, dun po tayo magkakaroon or pwede kayo mag-work for full-time sa inyong PGWP stage na po. Okay. Next question from Miss okay. Paano po kung 1 year lang ang kaya ng budget ko papunta ng Canada? Puwede niyo po ba ako i-guide kung paano ang gagawin ko? Okay. So if, 1 year yung kaya niyo sa funds niyo po, yung sa kung let's say self-funded 'yan, mas maganda coordinate po kayo or pag-usapan niyo po 'yan as family kasi, puwede naman po kayong or kung may willing naman mag-support sa inyo financially and then establish lang natin na yung capacity nila to support you, mas maganda po. Para at least kasi, mas maganda na ma-meet natin yung or yung requirement ng 1 year for the financial requirement which is yung tuition and then yung sa living expenses. And then of course, mas maganda mapakita natin sa visa officer na hindi eksaktuhan yung sa funds natin. Na kasi mag study ka dun so dapat, at least may pasobra po tayo ng konti sa funds. Okay. Next question is from the dental hygiene program. Miss Rana, available po ba ang dental hygiene for VCC?
Thank you so much for that question, Nap and team. Ang dental hygiene is hindi po ino-offer ngayon sa mga international students. Ino-offer lang siya sa domestic or Canadians. Apologies for that. What we offer at the moment for international students is yung program na tinatawag na Dental Technology Science. All right? Dental Technology Science is more on learning traditional and digital technologies na ginagamit sa pag-design and fabricate ng mga dental restorative prosthesis, orthodontic appliances, and implant-supported restorations. In-offer siya for fall intake. So, next September 2022 ang availability nito and mag-a-accept ng application starting on October 1 this year. All right? So, something that you can, consider come October. Teen?
Okay, thanks, Miss Rana.
All right.
Okay, for the next question, may age limit po ba sa anak? I think Sir Apple, mas ma-explain niyo po ito.
Okay, the question is age limit sa dependent children ba? Yun yung question.
Yes po, sir.
Okay, for purposes ng student visa application with accompanying dependent children, yung mga anak nyo na hindi pa tapos ng grade 12 or below 18-year-old, pwede nyo pa silang isama as qualified dependents. So they can still study ng libre hanggang grade 12. So you're looking at an 18-year-old na benchmark. Now, kapag meron kayong anak na tapos na ng grade 12 at gusto rin isama sa Canada, yung anak na yun ay kailangan ding mag-apply independently as international student. Thanks, Sin. Ms. Rona, sorry, may question pala ako about dun sa mga other applicants who completed yung old curriculum. Nakatapos sila ng grade 10, tapos after grade 10, meaning fourth year high school, nagtrabaho na sila for few years and now gusto nilang mag-aral. Tinatanggap ba sila sa VCC?
So yes, definitely. Actually, para ma-manage lang ang expectations ng mga attendees, madali makakuha ng letter of offer sa VCC. And as I mentioned a while ago, reasonable ang admission requirement namin. So if you completed, let's say, grade 10 or fourth year high school, and nag-work na kayo, still, you can still get a letter of offer sa VCC provided na mamimit ninyo po yung minimum admission requirements of that specific program. As to what these requirements are, you can ask me directly or like what I said, speak with Apple and team. All right? Syempre, ang challenge na lang doon, and I'm sure Apple can, expound on this, is in justifying the program of choice in your study plan or statement of purpose. Pero sa VCC, reasonable ang admission requirement. Pwede kayong mag-apply as long as you meet the requirements.
I see. So just follow up on that. So there's a possibility na before they are accepted sa, let's say, 2-year diploma program, pwedeng kumuha pa sila ng few courses prior dun sa diploma program. Is that it?
Yes, that's possible. Although ang implications niyan is more expensive for the student.
Mhm.
If ang highest educational attainment ng student ay grade 10 or fourth year high school, may certain programs lang kami na pwede nilang applyan. For
Mhm.
example, if I recall it correctly, nag-accept ng grade 10 or fourth year high school ang cosmetology, culinary arts, and baking. Yung tatlong ito and all other, let's say, certificate programs na related sa tatlong ito. While the rest of the programs nagre-require na ng grade 12 or grade 11. And yung iba naman higher ang educational attainment na required, college degree sa post-degree diploma na. So may certain programs lang kami, Sir Apple, na nag-accept ng grade 10 graduates or those who completed fourth year high school.
Thank you. Duly noted. I mean, that's nice. Yung culinary and cosmetology. I mean,
And baking, yeah.
thank you.
Most welcome.
Tin, do we have more questions?
Okay, we have next question. Ask lang po kung second year college is pasok pa din po. Okay, so yes po, yan yung isa na-discuss nila Sir Apple and nila Miss Rana kanina po. Next question is, I'm a psychology college undergraduate, tapos na po ako sa mga major subjects, pero nagproblema lang sa mga minor subjects. Is there a psychology program sa VCC and I can continue my studies there and gain permanent residency by taking a psychology course? Miss Rana for the psychology course.
All right, so we don't have a psychology-specific program at VCC. What I can recommend, however, is our early childhood care and education. It's the most relevant program that we have, and sinabi ko kanina, maraming nag-a-apply na dito ang Filipino students kasi very in demand ang skill na to sa Canada, across the country, because it's taking care of toddlers and those with special needs. You mentioned that you haven't completed or finished your psychology degree. So sa program na ito, you just need to complete up to second year college. So hopefully, you completed second year college, which is equivalent to grade 12 graduation, then you can apply na sa early childhood care program ng PCC.
Okay, perfect. Next question, Ms. Rana, clarification lang daw po. For the CAD and BIM program, required po ba ang grade 12 graduate?
So that is correct. CAD and BIM requires grade 12. So to the one who asked, I didn't get the name, Joaquin. So that's a very interesting program. And just to let you know, marami ang naghihintay na mag-open ang CAD and BIM ngayong October 1. Kasi ang next intake niya is fall 2022 or September 2022, and many are waiting for that to open so that they can send their application.
Okay, thanks for that, Ms. Rana. Okay, next question is, possible po ba to shift course from dental tech to dental hygiene once we got there? So ito yung sa question is, hindi po available yung program na to sa VCC, pero if yung concern is changing program once na makaland kayo sa Canada, it is possible as long as may inform niyo po ng maayos yung school regarding doon sa changes po.
Yeah, if I may add, Dean, I hope that's okay. With regard to that question, na that's really possible, but of course, may implications yon. Kapag hindi mo, for example, natapos yung una mong program, mayroong non-refundable fee ang VCC. The range is between 5,000 to 6,000 Canadian dollars. So if you don't complete a program and nag-shift ka, hindi mo na yun makukuha. That's the downside. So we highly encourage you to really determine early on kung ano talaga yung gusto mong program na applyan, so that hindi rin masayang yung non-refundable fee, and you will save cost with your fees.
Okay, I'd like to add something then related to sa changing program. More on changing sa DLI kasi this is crucial. Suppose your application for study visa is approved and you change your school prior to landing in Canada, you actually have to file a new application. Right? So that is important. Otherwise, magkakaroon ka ng problema sa port of entry sa immigration. Pero kung nasa loob ka na ng Canada, nabigyan ka ng study permit and you decided to change your school, then there is a process to do that. But changing program with the same DLI, it's not really a problem. Right? I just need to emphasize on that kasi merong nagka-problem dyan na nag-apply directly tapos nag-change bigla ng school. So nagka-problem siya doon sa immigration port of entry. So changing DLI, simple lang yan kung nasa loob ka na ng Canada. But please do not change DLI kapag hindi ka pa nakakapasa. That will be a problem. Right? Thank you.
Okay, next question is, may sponsor po ako sa Canada. Pwede po ba silang mag-apply ng student loan para ma-avail ang program na ganito? Sir Apple?
Okay, sponsor and then sino yung maglo-loan, yung sponsor? Ano yung question? Sorry, hindi ko nakuha. Meron siyang sponsor, pwede bang mag-loan, sino?
Okay, wait natin for yung clarification ni Mr. Joaquin. Okay. From Ms. Cesar, okay. Need po ba mag-comply ng marriage certificate if couple? Ito po ba is for common law partner or as in married couple na po? Kasi kung ang status is married na po, need talaga natin dito ng PSA marriage certificate po. If common law, kailangan ma-establish yung sa common law relationship po. Okay, requirement po ba ang GIC? Where to get here in PH? Okay, GIC or yung tinatawag natin na Guaranteed Investment Certificate, ito yung magiging account mo sa Canada. Pagdating mo doon, allotted yun for your living expenses ng sa student. Mostly, minimum amount to open is 10,000 Canadian dollars and then maximum amount is 20,000 Canadian dollars. So, yung sa GIC, hindi to totally mandatory. It is just optional pero highly recommended kasi makakatulong ito sa iyong visa application. And then you can open your GIC account once may LOA ka na. And then online lang po ito, mamimili kayo sa mga approved or accredited bank ng Canada before kayo mag-proceed for online application. And then once na meron na kayong payment instruction, pwede na kayo mag-proceed for your international wire transfer. Okay, next question. I graduated BS Business Administration, major in Human Resource Development Management. What course or program po yung pwede kong i-take because I'm planning po mag-study, mag-student pathway. If graduate na po kayo ng bachelor's degree for business, you may also want to consider VCC's post-degree diploma. Ms. Rana, you may further elaborate po.
So, yeah, that's correct, Tin. So for Joy, I'd recommend either yung Business and Project Management or Canadian Business Management. But it looks like mas appropriate ka sa Canadian Business Management kasi I think you mentioned you have background sa Human Resource Management. So that course, that area is included sa courses ng Canadian Business Management Program. Paki-visit ng website and check. Pakitingnan mo na lang yung courses ng BPMP and Canadian Business Management and see which you feel is most relevant or more relevant sa educational background and work experience.
Okay, perfect. From Mr. Joaquin, Sir Apple, siya po yung may concern regarding sponsors sa Canada na may question regarding kung pwede mag-apply ng student loan para ma-avail yung student visa. Ang sponsor niya daw po is yung parents niya na PR na and citizen sa Canada.
All right. So, regardless kung ano yung source ng funds mo or source ng funds ng sponsor mo, in your case, I would strongly suggest that you apply under student direct stream. All right. The difference is when you applied under the regular processing stream, kapag dito ka nag-apply, you are supposed to submit supporting documents as to where your money came from, yung history and sources ng funds. Kapag sinabi, depende, yung documents depende doon sa kwento mo. Pag sinabi mo na savings ito from years of employment, so kailangan ipakita nila yung tawag dito, yung bank statement nila, income tax returns. Pag sinabing proceeds ito mula sa pinagbentahan ng properties, kailangan ipakita mo yung date of sale. Kapag sinabi naman na galing ito sa loan, kailangan mo ipakita yung loan document. Now, if you applied under student direct stream, so hindi na masyadong hahanapin yung mga supporting documents na ito. So pwede mong simply state na may sponsor ka, supported ka ng parents mo, ang parents mo are permanent residents sa Canada, and then meron silang ganitong pera sa bangko, etc. Pwede rin nilang sabihin. It's not bad na sabihin nila na nag-loan para sa sa study, so hindi siya problem. Ang goal dito ay ma-convince mo yung visa officer na available yung funds. Alright? So, and based sa experience, mas madaling i-convince yung visa officer na meron kang funds if you apply under student direct stream. Kasi yan mismo yung reason kung bakit may student direct stream. It started sa India. No? To give you a context, bakit mahalaga yung student direct stream. So sa India dati, nung wala pa yung student direct stream, maraming nare-refuse na application kasi maraming nag-a-apply, may pera sila, kaya lang walang documentation. Apparently, turned out, maraming Indians na may pera, pero yung tipong nasa bahay lang, no? Walang binamaintain na bank account, something like that. So, mag-a-apply sila ng student visa, biglang lalabas yung pera, babayaran yung tuition, unable to provide supporting documents kung saan galing yung pera. So, mataas yung refusal rate. So, it is for that reason inintroduce ng IRCC ang student direct stream. Right? So ang condition lang is that para mag-qualify ka sa student direct stream, kailangan bayad mo yung 1-year tuition, meron kang GIC account, and may IELTS ka. So you don't need to submit additional financial documents. So yun yung rationale noon. So nung naging successful siya, inintroduce din yan sa ibang country. I think ang sumunod ay China, and then sumunod sa Philippines, I think Vietnam pwede na rin, and just recently sa Americas pwede na rin yung student direct stream. So yeah, we highly suggest that you apply under student direct stream, at kung hindi man dapat huwag kang magbigay ng doubt as to availability ng funds. So kailangan maipakita mo yung supporting documents kung saan galing yung pera. Right? Kung loan ito, ipakita mo yung loan documents ng parents. So nothing's wrong with that. Kasi acceptable documentation yung loan documents. Right? I hope that's clear. Thanks, Tin.
Okay. Next question, kapag po ba 1-year student permit and 1-year work permit, ibig sabihin po ba pwede ako magstay sa Canada ng 2 years? Okay. So, if yung sa duration sa program mo, always remember na kung ilan years or months yung duration, equivalent yun na makukuha mong postgraduate work permit. So kung let's say mag-aaral ka ng 1 year, so most likely magkakaroon ka lang din ng 1 year na postgraduate work permit para makapag-work ka for full-time. So meaning 2 years yung magiging stay mo sa Canada. If mag-aaral ka ng straight for 2 years, maximum na makukuha mong postgraduate work permit is up to 3 years para makapag-work ka for full-time and then makapag-apply for PR. So, if 2 years yung sa study mo and then magkaroon ka ng maximum na 3 years postgraduate work permit, sabihin natin magiging total stay mo sa Canada is around 4 to 5 years. Next question, what if BS Architecture graduate na dito unable to apply pa din ba for CAD and BIM program? Di na kasi ako nasali sa K-12, so 4th year lang highest level attainment sa secondary school. Miss Rana?
So actually, fair Risa, pwede ka pa rin mag-apply sa CAD and BIM drafting technician because I mentioned a while ago na yung mga mature students na umabot up to 4th year high school, katulad ko, katulad siguro ni Tin, if I'm not mistaken, ang equivalent ng grade, Mr. Apple, of course, ang equivalent ng grade 12 graduation ay completion up to second year college. So definitely kung nakapag-BS Architecture, kung BS Architecture graduate ka na, definitely natapos yun na yung up to second year college, na-meet mo yung academic requirement. So yes, you can definitely apply sa CAD/BIM drafting, but like what I said, mag-accept kami ng application sa October 1 pa, Vancouver time, for fall or September 2022 intake. Watch out for that and start ka na mag-prepare ng mga application requirements.
Thank you, Rana. I was saying grade 12. Tin, we have more questions?
So far, wala na po tayong questions sa ating Q&A box, and then wala na rin tayong questions sa ating Facebook. Pero if sa ating attendees may mga other questions or concerns pa po kayo, we still have ample of time pa naman to address or ma-answer natin yung sa questions niyo po. Okay, from Ms. Cecil, kailangan po ba bayaran agad ang 1-year tuition fee? Highly suggested na ma-settle po natin yung 1-year tuition fee bago tayo makapag-lodge ng visa application. Either installment man yan or one-time payment po. Pero kung hindi or wala sa plan na i-settle yung 1-year tuition fee, at least ma-settle po natin yung half or yung first semester na tuition. And then yung pang second semester must be reflected or mag-reflect siya doon sa ipipresent nyo na bank documents. Okay, so far, wala na po tayong questions, pero while we wait, kung meron mang magkaroon ng mga pahabol na questions, Ms. Rana, do you have any final remarks or message sa ating mga viewers and sa attendees?
All right, thanks, Tin. So once again, thanks so much to Apple and Tin of Gateway to Canada for having this. And guys, feel free to coordinate with them. With regard to your plan of studying at BCC, they will be able to help you. And concluding remarks core statement is congratulations for really considering, for attending this webinar, because this is a significant step towards your dream of studying in Canada, becoming a permanent resident eventually, and of course, working there. Congratulations, kasi you made the first step. What you just need to do is make sure i-pursue nyo yan, ipagpatuloy nyo yan, and do not end here. Coordinate kayo sa Gateway to Canada, sa amin afterwards. And ngayong may pandemic, many people are hibernating, are afraid because nga sa lockdown. So why don't we do something different? And that is upgrading our educational attainment so that maging globally competitive tayo by the time na mag-open ang markets. Alright? Mag-i-stand out tayo kasi nakapag-aral tayo in Canada. Therefore, it's easier for us to stand out among the many applicants out there. We have this international education. Another thing, nag-i-increase po ang tuition fees ng lahat ng institutions annually. So while it's affordable, now is the perfect time for you guys to really study and apply at BCC. Once again, thank you so much for your attention. Apple and Tin, maraming salamat for this event.
Thanks, Ms. Rona. That's very true. Actually, gusto ko lang dagdagan din yan bilang panghuli. Yeah, but dreaming for a quality life is one thing, no? But doing something to make it happen is another. There's a huge difference there. No? Sana yung pag-attend nyo nga ngayon umaga sa webinar ito would make a difference do sa magiging future decisions ninyo. And if you are interested in hiring us, kasi it's not mandatory to hire services of consulting firm, but if you are considering it, simply visit gatewaytocanada.com, contact us, book an appointment, and we will be happy to answer your questions. That being said, maraming salamat po, Ms. Rona. Thank you very much. We appreciate your presence this morning. And ingat po tayong lahat. Bye!
Take care.
Thanks, Ms. Rana.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.